Hey there, awesome folks. Listen, I know the one of the most nerve-wracking things as you're coming back into the job market as an expat wife or as a previous homemaker or a previous caretaker that's been out of the job market for maybe 5 or more years. The nerve-wracking part is that interview. Those job interviews can listen, they still unnerve me, but I've been in the game for a little bit. But I want to make sure you have what you need, and I'm going to touch on 4 different questions that you're going to be encountering. All right, so let's get started. All right, here goes. Hey there, awesome folks. I want to make sure you have what you need, man. And I'm listen. I'm gonna be giving it to you, giving you the sauce, so to speak, when you do encounter some of these questions in interviews. Whether you're doing the interview over the phone, or you're doing the interview in person, because you're re-entering the workforce after a number of years, you're going to encounter these questions. So I'd rather you be prepared than not. All right. So let's dive in, shall we? Go ahead and drop a 1 as you're coming into the live. And I want you to be prepared for any of the, let's see here, of the questions that I'm about to put forth. Number 1. Now, question number 1. Can you explain the gap in your employment? I don't want you to just jump into that right away. I want you to think about it. And here's some of the possible responses. I took the time away to take care and manage my household, or I took the time away to take care of an elderly parent or an elderly relative, whichever one applies to you, which allowed me to develop the skills you're going to mention in this next breath is going to either speak to or be on the job description of that job that you're interviewing for. Let's say, for example, you're applying for a project management position. So you would say something along the lines of, I took the time away to take care of my full household as a full-time homemaker. However, while I was doing that, it allowed me to develop, sharpen my time management skills. It also allowed me um, to make sure that my multitasking skills were on point because I know those things are extremely important in this current position. It also helped me to keep track of everyone's schedule, making sure that I understand each person's strengths and weaknesses. So I was able to delegate tasks to different household members, and those type of skills are definitely important in the project management space. Something along those lines that is speaking to the job you're currently applying for. Okay. Question number 2, we're going through these. Okay. How do you stay current with industry trends? I stay current with industry trends by attending online workshops in regards to your interviewing for an RT position. I stay on, I keep up with news articles with publications that communicate industry specific type of information. And I understand that, going on with, let's say, for example, we're talking about HRIS systems, right? One HRIS system that I've worked with is Workday, ADP, um, ADP Total Source or ADP Timesheets. I've been keeping up with the trends, and this is what's going on in the industry right now based on what I read in XYZ publication a few weeks ago. So you're speaking to the fact that not only, yes, you may not have been working, like clocking in and out for a particular employer, working in that field, but you're keeping up with what's going on based on what's going on in that particular industry at the time in the news. So it's important. This is where interview preparation becomes paramount. And of course, if you're not sure or you don't know, if you're not if you don't understand why it's so important to prepare for interviews, is because of situations and questions like this. And of course, you can go to mentorshelley.com/interview. I do have an interview resource that you can pick up there for a very nominal fee. Of course, I do also offer consultations as well, where I actually not only help you to strategically knock your interview out of the park, whether you've been out of work for a while or you just want to be extra prepared. But I also provide interview coaching and salary negotiation strategies so you can give yourself that wonderful raise you also deserve. So I want you to keep that in mind as well. You can go to mentorshelley.com/interview for the interview resource. But if you want to, go ahead and schedule that consultation, you can go to mentorshelley.com/consultations for that. Now, next question number 3. What makes you a good fit for this role? Depending on the role, you're going to say, my experience in managing the household and caregiving has given me pinpoint 3 valuable skills they have at the top of that job description, and use your experience as a caregiver, use your experience as an ex-trad wife, use your experience as a homemaker to speak to those skills that are paramount on that job description. It's so important to have that information, number one. If you don't have it, there's ways to find it. You can go to bls.gov to find a myriad of job descriptions that kind of mirror the position you're applying for. So if they don't provide one to you when you ask before the interview, then go look for one that's similar to it at bls.gov. Okay? There's no reason to not have the information. You just have to take the time to search for it and use it in the way that is necessary. Okay? So question number 3, what makes you a good fit? In my experience as a housewife, homemaker, caregiver, it has given me the opportunity to learn XYZ skills that's important to this particular position. So you want to tailor your experience being out of the workforce, out of the traditional workforce, to speak to what it is that they're looking for. Okay? Question number 4, and this is not an exhaustive list by no stretch of the imagination. I just want to touch on 4 questions that you may get asked, especially if you've been out of the workforce for a while. Question number 4: how do you handle pressure or unexpected challenges? Well, if, as you know, as a ex-trad wife or as a homemaker or as a caregiver, unexpected challenges and pressure is what comes with being successful in those unpaid but very rewarding roles. And when doing so, I have been able to XYZ, when I was given this to do in this situation, use that time to tell stories about how you overcame those challenges, how you handled that pressure. And of course, each of you have your own unique experiences based on the positions you're applying for, and how those stories can tell that you can overcome challenges, that you can handle unexpected challenges that may come your way, and you're able to handle that lickety split. Being a homemaker prepared me to handle this situation at the workplace or that situation at home, and I can use those skills to help you resolve issues here if challenges come up, because I have done that before. I have experience in handling certain challenges. So these are just 4. This is not But if you actually work with me one on one to go through interview and salary negotiation, there's a whole host more. And when I say coach, I mean we're doing mock interviews. I mean I'm getting down and dirty, and not down and dirty, but very detailed and very intricate. And I want you, and when I'm done coaching, I want to make sure you can answer those questions and that you have the skills to sharpen, at the skills to sharpen you, and make sure you're laser focused and you have what you need to ask. Asking the right questions are key. You have what you need to ask so you can get the largest increase in salary that you can possibly get. But you're not going to have it if you don't ask. So, my salary negotiation and interview coaching is worth its weight because it has helped others to obtain the type of increase that they never thought they'd get. Because if you don't ask, you won't get it. So if you're looking for that one-on-one experience, go ahead and schedule your consultation at mentorshelley.com/consultations. However, if you're looking to just get prepared, get ultra prepared, you can go ahead and grab my not free, that's not a free resource, that is a paid resource, but it'll definitely help you to get ultra prepared for that interview. You can go to mentorshelley.com/interview. At the end of the day, I am here to help you become a better professional as you're re-entering the workforce and be ready to answer those questions with the skills you already have. But make sure you're tailoring the skills you have to the job that you're applying for. So when they ask you those questions in an interview, you're able and you're ready to speak to your experience. All right, guys, this is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally, as well as making sure you are here to answer those questions and be the professional that you've always been meant to be. All right, guys, take care. Go ahead, and if you have additional questions, of course, go ahead and like the video, comment, share it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel or wherever you're viewing this. And if you have additional questions, go to mentorshelley.com/contact. You can leave me a voicemail or an email message, and I'm more than happy to return your voicemail or email within 24 hours, guys. You have what it takes. Just got to ask the right questions. And when they ask you these questions, be ready to answer them like the expert and the career professional that you are. And I don't care if you haven't been working in a while. You got what you need. Go for it and get it done. All right, guys, take care. You're good. Bye.